Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host AMF1534 here. Welcome back to Let's Play some more Gran Turismo 2, and we are engaged in this little battle again, of which it got a little interesting. It really did. In the last few laps, it was somewhere in the last episode, we finally took our first pit stop, and then the guy that was in second place, he finally passed us for like 30 seconds, and then I was like, oh yeah, by the way, I am still better than you, and so I, overtook the position again, and now we're back on top. So we're going to be cruising through laps 20 through 30 today, because I can get you high today! I had a guy ask me that on my birthday once. It was so weird. It was on my 21st birthday. I think I've actually told this story a long time ago, but I was, cruising the gut downtown, bar hopping between places with my brother because he was the DD or whatever. And there's this bar that we went to, and it's like the bar that every town has, provided that you have more than one bar. He goes, there are places where there's just the town bar, and people go there and they're like, oh, go to the bar. It's the only place in town we can go to do anything, unless we drive 38 miles out of the place. But there's always, for any sizable city, there's always that one bar where all the douchey people go, and all the people that are just fucking weird, that you just, you don't want to go there because you're either going to find somebody from high school that you hated, that you don't know whether they still hate you now or not, or you're going to find somebody that you just straight up don't want to see, like some, old flame from high school that, totally fucking sucks, and you just want them to not exist on the earth anymore. Well, that was the place that I went, but it was before I knew that was what the type of place it was, and so that, and I was already drunk, so I didn't really care, but whoa, hold on there, tough guy, there we go, okay. So, we're hanging around in there or whatever, and then out of the blue, oh dude, first of all, really quick, total diversion, not necessary, but there is a drum and bass song by Sub Focus called Out the Blue. Woo! So sick. If you're into that type of music, house, electronica, dubstep, drum and bass type of music, even though those are all pretty different in their own right, give that song a listen. It's really tight. Not the remixed ones, just the straight up one. It's featuring Alice Gold, I think. It's super sick. Definitely my favorite song right now. But back to real stuff. So, out of the blue, this guy, while I'm sitting there drinking on my Incredible Hulk, comes strolling up to me. He's like, hey man, got any hash? I was like, no. Why the fuck would I have any hash on me? He's like, I don't know, man. You look like the kind of guy that would have hash on you. He's like, well, if you don't have any hash, do you have a pipe? Because I got some. It's like, well, if you already had some, then why did you ask me if I had any? He's like, you want to get high, man? I was like, I don't really know if I want to get high today. He's like, well, if you want to get high, I can get you high today. I can get you high now if that's what you want. And I was just like, dude, I really don't think that I want to get high today, especially with you of all people, because you're really starting to fucking creep me out. So you should leave my general premise before I, punch you right upside the groin. Even though he wasn't like Shaquille O'Neal size, where I would have literally, if I would have punched straight, I would have punched him right square in the dick. That wasn't the case. He just, I feel like he was the kind of guy that was the only way that it was going to get him away from me, is if I kicked him right square in the testicles. Pulling a good old-fashioned Bobby Hill, even though that's kind of a bitch move. I mean, being a guy, like, that should not be your first mode of attack. That should be like, only if you've run out of other viable options do you kick a man in the genitals. You just don't do it. So I've been like, and plus, but in my defense, if I was drunk, maybe I thought that would have been funny or whatever. But yeah, it was really awkward. He just, it was weird. He just felt that was the appropriate thing to ask some random guy that he's never met before at the bar. Because, I totally look like the kind of guy that would just be carrying, both hash and a pipe around for people just to smoke at their leisure or whatever. So, oh, dude, okay, I gotta tell you this other story. It happened like a week ago. So this lady comes into my store, and apparently she's like a beekeeper. She was saying something about, being a beekeeper, but she wanted to buy some stuff that would like some essential oils or whatever that would act as like a bee repellent. And so I was showing her a couple because I'd heard that like peppermint oil does that, or any type of like really strong scented oil usually will deter bugs and such. And so I was showing her this one. She's like, and like she kept saying it like so weird, like it totally out of context because it didn't make any sense the way she was saying it. She's like, okay, so I take this stuff and I just douche it all over my body. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, hold on. Wait, what did you say? She's like, so I take this and I just douche it all over my body, right? And I was like, no, you don't do that at all. She's like, well, then what would I do? I was like, well, first of all, I mean, if we're getting technical here, the technical definition of douching would mean like taking something and introducing a stream of water inside of your body. So, you know, whether it be, you know, douching your pee hole or douching your turd cutter or whatever, I don't know. But that would be like, you know, shooting a stream of water in there. That would be douching your body. You're not doing that by sprinkling some peppermint oil on your clothes to go beekeeping. That is not douching. Like, I don't know who the hell told you that that's what that was, but whoever that guy was needs to get kicked right in the Johnson, because that doesn't make any damn sense. But she said it like 5 times, and I'm just like, why do you keep... Like, I didn't say it to her, but in my head I was like, why do you keep saying that? Like, you're not douching, and, like, get the term straight before you just go right ahead and say it so freely. My God. But, yeah, people are open with me about stuff that they talk about. Like, I had, you know, some other girl that came in, and she was, like, really hot. She was, like, super attractive, and, like, she was really outrageously open about her woman problems. Like, she was, you know, looking for something. I don't know if you guys have seen the commercial for Refresh or not, but it's like, it's something, it's kind of like a douche, I guess, but it, you know, it's supposed to remove acidity from your freaking vajoon, and you know, it takes away like unpleasant odors and whatever, you know, because that's totally disgusting and everything. But she was like, you know, asking me if I had anything like that for, like, you know, yeast infections and stuff. I'm like, oh, kinda, sorta, and but I didn't want to, like, you know, make it sound like I was super fazed by it, because I didn't want to make her feel uncomfortable, because, you know, she was fucking hot. And so I was like, all right, you gotta keep it together, man. I know your face is getting red because this is weird, but, you know, you gotta hold it together, Brosathine. And so, you know, I'm telling her stuff, and she's just like, saying, so, you know, what do? Do I just douche myself with this or what? Like, douching is like the word of the day today, inexplicably. I don't know why I would make that the word of the day, but it just is. And you know, all this other stuff. She's like, well, you know, is it gonna make the, like, the itching and the burning and stuff go away and all this other stuff? I'm like, yeah, it will. Take some coconut oil while you're at it. There's a lot of caprylic acid in there, and that'll make your weird acidy, scratchy badness go away too. So just you know, just do that for a couple of weeks, and I think it'll be good. But oh, dude, that's how awkward my work can get sometimes. It really can. Like, people think that for some reason, like, people that work at health food stores, like they'll think that you're a straight up doctor sometimes. Or like so you're like a doctor, right? And I'm like, no, I mean, I know my shit, but I'm not a doctor. And they're like, well, why aren't you? Like, shouldn't you be to work at a place like this? Like, you don't have to be. I mean, if you are, then that's great, but I mean, it's not like a requirement. Well, you should be, because that means that everything you tell me could be a lie. I was like, well, I mean, I'm sure it could be, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be just because I'm not a doctor. Like, who's to say that stuff that your doctor tells you isn't going to be a lie? I mean, let's be honest, doctors aren't exactly the first people in the world that are going to tell you the truth about what's wrong with you, because they want to keep you sick, so you spend the money on pointless shit that'll make you more sick, and then you gotta take another one and be like, I gotta take this for this problem, and then I gotta take this for this problem, and then I gotta take 2 more things for this problem, and this just the endless cycle of shit that you have to do. That's pretty much what it turns into, and it's stupid. But yeah, I get that a lot. But whatever. That's the world for you sometimes. Ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for the Toon Squad. Man, I love that movie. I need to watch that again soon. I'm like going on a kick of just like watching as many things as I can. I just finished up another anime series just last night, actually. I stayed up till like 4 in the morning watching like a whole bunch of them. It was man, yikes. Okay, it's gonna almost be time for another round at the old pit stop place because it's getting a little bit chippy here. But I think I'll wait until lap 30 before I do it. So we're just gonna have to make do with what we got here for another couple of laps before we call it good. I think we'll probably do it on lap 31. That'll be my goal. So we just gotta get through this. I just gotta get through this. But yeah, dude, I was watching Soul Eater, and that may be one of my favorite anime series now. It's kind of short, like it's only 50 episodes, which now that I think about it, I guess it's not that long. But compared to some other ones, like Dragon Ball Z or Bleach, or I don't know, I feel like Naruto, even though I've never seen it before. I feel like that's got a lot to it. Or I think I said Dragon Ball Z already. Or even like D. Gray Man. That's got like and like that was just like 103 episodes of the anime series. Like they didn't even follow the entire story, so that easily could have been like 200. But yeah, I mean there's a lot of really long ones out there, so it seems shorter by comparison, but it's super tight. I loved it, I really did. So for those of you that are into that kind of thing, definitely a must watch. Very, very good. And there's a lot of familiar voice actors in there. But I don't remember all their names, but I have heard them in other things before. So, and Christopher Sabat, the guy that played Vegeta in Dragon Ball Z, he definitely makes a brief cameo in one episode, I believe. One episode, but it's like classic, exactly what you thought he would have played if he were in this type of series type of guy. But it's pretty sick. So now I'm looking for more things to watch. I'm looking for more horror movies to watch. I'm looking for more, like, suspense thrillers or psychological blowing your mind after you watch it Vanilla Sky type thrillers. Or just, I don't know, friggin' anything. I'm starved for watching things. I've been really down on my movie game for the last, couple of years. So I feel like I gotta get way back into that. Oh boy, here we go. So I'm hoping for the best here in a lot of things. Especially I'm hoping that it doesn't get any hotter in my room. This is the first day that it's been like super 100-degree ass hot that I come home from work and I don't feel like I'm walking into another oven. We're doing good here. By the way, I think that after I get done with this video here, I'm going to start, and I know I said this the other day, but I had a lot of things to fix up and deal with, and because it was upstairs, it was impossible for me to really work with it. But I'm going to put the final little trial touches on Rift before I start doing episodes of that. So, steady yourselves, grab your endless bag of popcorn, and let's get down to business. I'm really hungry, actually. Dude, I went to Del Taco earlier today, and I had these awesome like cantina like chili fry type of things, and it was super good. They had like this cantina pork. There was like sour cream. Oh, don't do that. And there was like onions and other stuff and cheese, and it was super good. And they had like a chili cheese fry burrito. Oh man, it was mind-blowingly good, and it was awesome. But as you can tell, because I pressed the start button, I'm not sitting here, scratching my eye or whatever. That means that we have run out of time for this episode. But when we come back next time on Let's Play Gran Turismo 2, we're going to progress from laps 30 to 40, and I'm going to hit the pit stop, and then we're going to talk about more stuff that happens in the life of me. And maybe the life of other people, but yeah, when we come back, that's what we're going to do. So you guys take it easy. This is your host, AMF15 to the 34, saying thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, guys. Peace out. Bye.